The information shared here is exclusive, and you will only have access to the opportunities through one of our team members. So please pay attention, and should you like to join us till end of this video, there might be an opportunity for you. This is the last of its kind in Toronto, Canada. I'm joined with Mr. Vince Liu, one of my great partners at Camel Care, and we're taking this Camel today. I just spoke for a few minutes to a few of my partners overseas in Saudi, United Kingdom, in several other places, and we're taking this show on the road. So please join us. We're just about to join a meeting with Mr. Hugh Paul out of Ireland, and every single day from Monday to Wednesday that he has a show, we want to meet here first, and we go join him together. And you can also have access if you're a team leader to join and build your own organization around this opportunity. Welcome, Vince, my friend. How are you, my friend?
Very good, sir. How are you?
Excellent, Vince. A lot of people, friends, family watching this, and you came because we already had a history. We have trust within each other. We know each other for a long time, if you will. Those of you who don't know us, those of you who have never heard of Vince Liu, Vince, tell them about a little bit about your experience before you even joined me, or where did you grow up, my friend?
Well, born and raised in Quebec City, believe it or not, in the deep winters of brutal winters in the 60s, 70s. Went to school in Waterloo, Ontario. Graduate, and I was working. After I graduated, I worked for an engineering firm up in Newmarket for almost 36 years, and retired 3-4 years ago, and looking for other opportunities. And Arif is
So,
always keeping me abreast of what's going on in this world, and stumbled onto this opportunity with Aurum.
so we're just about to join our friends from UK. We represent Canada, folks. This is the persons who built Canada. It's Vince Liu, 36 years of engineering to build various factories, big engineering. I went to his office. We're local friends. We go places together. We're inviting you into this exclusive opportunity, and the meeting is just about to begin. But before he begins, I wanted to bring you all to this moment in time and history. If you've lost franchising, if you've lost crypto, if you've lost money, if you've been scammed, if anything has happened to you in the last decade or two or three, we're with you. We're here to give you the facts. Vince, you've been active, you've been checking your account, and how involved are you right now in the process of helping us promote this? You've made a manual actually for people. Many people have registered under your engineering skills. What's your experience with Aurum? Do you check it daily? How do you see it? What's happening in your account?
Yes. Well, it was quite challenging. Had to talk to numerous people in our upline, very knowledgeable people to help guide me and help me get set up. Eventually, it took a couple of days talking to different people, but eventually I got set up on September 6th. So maybe a little bit over 3 weeks ago. And I have $103, 102 and change. So
Vince,
that's
your voice
been
is
a
cutting out because you're driving,
very
but
positive experience.
I'd like you to repeat
Yeah, I'm in
those
a
numbers. I
parkade.
didn't have your
Sorry.
voice
Yeah.
because you're driving. These are digital nomads, folks. We're anywhere in the world, and he's going driving to his mom. He's doing this with no excuses. He's seen positive results. Am I correct, Vince?
Yeah,
That was a
correct.
clear
So
answer.
the profit shown as of last night was $102 and change USDT.
On only how much did
So
you
in less
deposit?
than a little bit more
1,000?
than $1,010 to be exact.
And how much is your profits?
$102 and something, 67 cents
Okay.
or something.
So, folks,
I,
those of you watching this program, where was the last time you put $1,000 and 10 in one account, and in exactly less than 3 weeks, it has grown by 4 weeks, let's say, it has grown by $100? Nowhere, never. You heard, you seen. We want to show you. We want to show you bigger numbers. These are smaller numbers. If you're an investor, if you have $50,000, I can teach you how to be free. If you have $1 million, I can teach you how to make it into 10. If you have $10 million, I can teach you how to make it into 100 million. Friends, the money game is the same, the penny to the million. We're playing the money game here. And I am going right now to share with you the next presentation, and the next presentation that's coming up is right now at 3 o'clock. So join us. Bear with me until I pull it up, and we're going to join with Hugh Paul right from here. So I'm going to go share my screen, and I'm going to share entire screen. These are technologies we can show you, friends. We can teach them to you. We can collaborate on this. We can do a lot of things together. We have a lot of events happening, but this one is our daily event. So let's go join Mr. Hugh Paul. Start. Bear with us as technology. Closed captioning in. Unmute thyself. No, I'm not unmuting myself. I'm an observer. I want to see what's going on. I want to know what's going on with Hugh Paul. I want to know what's going on with Aurum. I want to know everything possible. So I'm going to reload this Zoom meeting because it seems like I don't have the correct link. And we will be back in a moment with the right link. Again, trying to beat technology as we speak. Robots could do all of this for us. However, we're just learning like yourself. We're going to go to the calendar, and today is Tuesday, and we go to this link right here, and we will continue. Seems to load, save. We'll save this. Hopefully it will take us to the right meeting. Aurum Foundation. This meeting, would you like to edit? This meeting is reoccurring. Yes, continue. No, continue, cancel. Just launch the meeting. Start. Save. I still haven't been able to pull up the right link, Vince. Let me see if I can Zoom link. Again, it requires patience. It requires for a lot of things. You Paul's Zoom link. We're joining right here. Folks, we're just about, no, that was the video. That wasn't the it. That should be right here. If you're organized, you should be able to catch up with no less than 3 weeks with all the things that we've done over the last few weeks. Allow us to sign in, and we'll join a live presentation. So thank you so much for your time, for spending here listening to Vince and I talk about this great opportunity. We'll hand it over to my friend Hugh Paul. Connecting right now. Recording in progress. All right, so here we go. Thank you. It's just about to start. Right on time.
Thank you for coming to my birthday party. That's right.
Are you seeing it, Vince?
Today, 16 years ago, I was born. Was it 16? 1-6?
yes, I am.
Perfect. Just keep an eye once in a while, but let's enjoy Hugh Paul and see what he's talking about today.
All right.
But yeah, birthday today, guys, and what a day it's been. I've been up to my eyes doing Zooms all day because some of you know why. I'm pushing for a very special bonus tonight. So Last night I needed $147,000 to complete the bonus. I'm down to about 24,000 to go tonight. So if I get $24,000 of business tonight before midnight, I hit the rank of Mythos, which gives a $100,000 bonus. And wouldn't it be fantastic to get a $100,000 bonus on your birthday? Never happened before, but that's what I'm shooting for. I've done. We started this morning at 8 o'clock. We did a Zoom. We did one at 10 a.m., one at 12, one at 2:30 into Dubai. We did Ola at 5. We did Ricardo at 7. Now we have this one at 8. And I have another one after this at 9:30. So keeping myself busy, pushing to hit this target. And that's what it's all about. If you're into the team building side of things, it takes a lot of effort. So thank you everybody who's helped me on this journey to do that. In fact, I have a friend just about 5 minutes ago wanted to call me for happy birthday or to talk to me. I said, hey, just starting a Zoom. You know what he said? He said, send me the link. So he's just come on to this birthday party Zoom tonight. So that's it. Guys, let's get going. What does Gloria want? Let me see. Oh, happy birthday. Thank you, Gloria. Right. Hope you're on this. I can't see with all those names there, but let's get this party started. How do we do it? We have to hit recording. Isn't that correct? Stop recording. Oh my goodness. Maybe we are recording. Let me stop recording.
Recording stopped.
And then we'll start again and get a nice clean edit.
Recording in progress.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us on this occasion. We're here to look at the Aurum Foundation. I'd just like to extend a warm welcome to all of you who are here for the first, maybe second time. It's great to see you, and we appreciate you taking time out to examine this information. Someone has thought a lot of you to send the link for this information, and we're very pleased that you've accepted it and you've come to listen. So we need to keep your attention. That's the challenge, because we have a lot of information to share. And we would hope you'd go to a quiet place in your home or your home office. We would hope that you maybe get pen and paper if you want to take a note or two. We would hope that you would turn off all distractions. Yeah, because it's very, very important information here. For some families, it's a game changer. And what else could we do? Yeah, I always like to invite my guests to watch on a computer instead of a phone, because the phone is so distracting, so many text messages coming in, so much social media. You can walk around with it. If you walk around and get distracted, sure, you're going to miss the presentation because you didn't focus, but it's worthy of sitting down, giving it some time to examine it fully. With that said, guys, you know what to do when you're inviting your guests for tomorrow's night. On the same link, at the same time, we're doing this again. On Thursday night, we're not having a presentation. I've been invited to a wedding on Thursday night. So what I'm going to do is
Recording stopped.
I'm going to have my birthday at the wedding. So, and that allowed me to work today to try and qualify for this bonus. All right, let's record again because I'm waffling here. I'm talking too much. Let's get busy.
Recording in progress.
Well, thank you for joining us on this Aurum presentation. We're here to look at the Aurum Foundation, fabulous platform. The views I expressed this evening are my own views. I'm not a financial advisor or an accountant. I can't give you any advice in that respect. And I always believe it's prudent to do your own due diligence, of course, to consult a professional in the line of business that you're getting involved with, so you have a better idea, so that you can make a good informed decision. What I liked about this particular platform was this gentleman on the screen, Mr. Brian Benson, a 51-year-old gentleman today, from California, United States. And when he left university, he went straight into the banking world. And he worked for a company called Morgan Stanley, very, very famous financial company over in the United States. He was a trader there. He traded Forex and was very successful. But when he left the bank, he went right to the opposite spectrum. He got involved in what's known as Web3, cryptocurrency. In fact, he started to work for Binance. And yes, he was very successful there too. He actually became the director for all of Latin America. He was responsible for opening all of those markets, including he opened the Mexican market, which was a very, very big market for Binance. He opened Argentina. Brazil was a big market, massive country. He opened that for Binance. He opened up, what else did he do? Chile, Argentina, Peru. Where else did he say? I'm trying to think. Mexico, Peru, Chile. Trying to think of some of the countries. But this guy was responsible for doing the due diligence in those markets, for doing the compliance. I must say, in the early days of cryptocurrency, there wasn't a lot of regulation and compliance, but it's becoming very, very popular now. That's good for us. That's good for us, the consumer, that regulation is moving in to protect people like ourselves. Brian dealt with all of that, the banking relationships between the fiat banking world and the crypto world, and very, very successful. Now, he left Binance. He's now the one of the co-founders and the CEO of the company we're looking at tonight, Aurum Foundation. And his goal is to open 2 more exchanges, a centralized exchange like Binance and a decentralized one. And that's coming up very, very soon. And you're going to hear a lot about that. Now, I did a quick Google on this guy. I hadn't heard of him before, and I'm sure maybe you didn't if you're new here for the first time. So I just went straight to Google and I typed in Bryan, Brian, spelled with a Y, Benson, Benson, and then I just put the word Binance behind it, and I hit search. And then all of a sudden, he came up all over the place. Now, actually, I hit images. And the reason I hit images is because I wanted to see, was he the same guy on the presentation? Is this the same person? Of course, we can see it is clearly. We see younger images, older images, and that's good that there's a profile here. That's good for us that this guy is the real Brian Benson. He's the guy. You can see him with the Binance shirt, Binance t-shirt, opening offices, the Binance logo. And of course, if you go to his LinkedIn page, it's got the green tick, which confirms, yes, he worked for Morgan Stanley. Yes, he was a director at Binance. So that's very important because he's got experience. That's what's needed. He's not some young kid trying to do something. This is not his first rodeo. If he can do it for Binance, his aim is to do it for himself here at Aurum. He wants to replicate that success, replicate that model. And we're going to hear from him in just a moment. Now, I also noticed that Forbes, a very reputable magazine, a very reputable media company, had written a very positive article to suggest that Aurum is providing institutional grade trading. And I would expect that. Coming from Morgan Stanley, coming from Binance, I would have expected it to be of this caliber, and delighted that Forbes have obviously done their homework, done their due diligence before they would print something like this. So that gave me a lot of confidence. The next thing that I really liked about it was, you see this little piece of plastic I have in my hand. It's not no ordinary piece of plastic. It's a Visa card that accepts cryptocurrency. So if you had USDT, you can just go top up and you send it to the card and go spend it anywhere in the world that accepts Visa and MasterCard. And this gives us all an opportunity to be able to use cryptocurrency. The big challenge in this past 15 years is most people don't know how or where to get cryptocurrency. Most people, there's a very small group of people that are engaged in the industry, but it's growing and growing and growing. It's become very, very popular, particularly since the Trump administration has put this positive light on cryptocurrency. But the majority of people who would like to get in, they just don't know how. They don't know, where do I get this stuff? How do I do it? So that's the first problem. It's called onboarding. The second problem is, for those that do know how to get into cryptocurrency, is how do you get out of it? How do you use it? Where do you spend it? How do you spend it? And we have the off-ramping solution already in place. The on-ramp will come when the exchange launches. You'll be able to send money to your bank, traditional bank. You'll be able to wire it straight into your Aurum bank, and there you can convert dollars to USDT, to the digital version. You can swap it Bitcoin. You can trade. You can attach it to any of the algorithms and the robotic trading, the AI. You can use all of those services once the exchange goes. So very, very exciting times ahead. What also I found was quite comforting too was that this is a company that's not afraid to be exposed. What do I mean by that? They are the sponsor. They have the biggest stand, I'm told, at the upcoming Blockchain Summit. This is one of the biggest conferences in the world to do with the technology. All the big guys here. Richard Tang is the present CEO of Binance. Now, Richard and Brian worked together. They used to work together, when Brian was in Binance. At that time, when Brian worked for Binance, CZ was the CEO. CZ is now gone, and Richard Teng is the president CEO. So these guys are friends, but they're actually speaking at the world's biggest conference to do with this blockchain technology. Justin Sun, he's the guy that created Tron. You're familiar with Tron, TRC20 network, TRX. Justin speaking, Brian Arsteele speaking, the founder of KuCoin, one of the big exchanges. In fact, that's one of the exchanges that Aurum trade across. They trade on Binance, KuCoin, OKX. And one of the creators of Tether, Vlado Ordonio, is also speaking at this big conference. And when there's 10,000 visitors going to this type of conference, you're exposed. Your trading is exposed. Your blockchain's exposed. Your exchange is exposed. And Brian's going to be speaking at the event, and that gave me a lot of confidence as well. So that's a little bit about the company. Let's hear from Brian himself. Please listen hard. Brian saw many people becoming multi-millionaires at Binance. Young kids, he told me, with fancy computers, gaming computers that they could mine Bitcoin. They were putting it into Binance. They were trading. They were making fortunes, he said. And what Brian wants to do is he wants to do that again with Aurum. He says he wants to create 1,000 millionaires. And if he does that, he's got $1 billion company. So if you believe in that vision, let's hear Brian say it himself.
I think if I sum it up in one word, it's ecosystem. At Aurum, we're building an ecosystem, and we're really trying to focus on getting this thing to a unicorn status. And what I like to say is we want to create 1,000 billionaires. And so if we can do that, then that will be $1 billion business. That will be a unicorn, and we'll be very excited if we can accomplish that, and we're well on our way to that. So
there we go. That is just a short extract from a much larger interview, which is very interesting if you get your hands on it. But that's the CEO. That's the guy we're following. He's got the experience, and let's hope he can do it here again at Aurum. To get involved with this guy, it's going to cost you $20. Oh, that's the bad news. Yeah, $19.99. You're going to have a penny back. You're going to have a cent back out of $20. Well, this allows you to use all of their products, and I think there's 6, 7, or 8 products there. You can use all of the products except the Visa card. That's a different part, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But the $20 is like a license that allows you to. It's a bit like having a gymnasium license, or a gymnasium membership. You can go in and use the running machine, or you can use the rowing machine, or the weights, or the steam room, or the sauna. Here, for $20 for the whole year, you can use his products, and he's quite a few products. He's going to have more. I believe we're getting another one launched just next month around the corner, so that's interesting as well. So for $20, you have your account, and from then on, it's up to you to pick the products that you like. Now, I've only tried 4 of the products, and one of them is the card. So I've tried 3 of their trading bots. I've been getting great results, but let me tell you about the first one. This is my favorite. It's called the EXI bot. Now, it's got over 2 years trading data. I think it goes back to February 23, if I'm not mistaken. And it's been doing exceptionally well. Their worst month of trading has revealed in July 23, they did 9.3% for the whole month. I would have called that pretty good. They were disappointed with it, but I know some of these bots can do 100% in a month, and they're crazy risky things. But this is well controlled. It's got its own risk management built into it. It's got live traders overseeing the technology. It's got data feeds from every news channel, every television channel, every crypto exchange. All these exchanges have their own news feeds, social media channels. All of that data goes in, and the AI can process up to 10,000 processes in 1 second, faster than humans. And we know what AI can do in terms of, if you're familiar with ChatGPT, you just type something in there and it can bring up pages and pages of accurate documentation. And see them here, they're using this technology. It's changing the world, it's changing jobs, it's changing industry, it's changing finance, and that's what it is now. It's called fintech, financial technology, and here's the results of it right now. Now, the average across all of those trading months is about 17.5%. Guys, that's not fixed. That it varies up and down, as you saw. But the average across all of that is approximately 17.5% a month. The bad news here again for you guys is you don't get 7.5% a month. That's not possible. What you get will be determined by the deposit you make into your account. So how does that work? Well, let's hypothetically suggest you tried $120 to test this, right? So you put in $120, you're going to fall into this first category. You're going to enjoy benefits in around, let's call it 10% a month, which is very good, no doubt. For those of you that can manage more than that, let's say you were able to try $306, you want to fall into the second category. If you can do $708, you'll still be in the second category. If you do $1,001, you're into the third category. You're getting 12%, etc., etc. So dependent on the deposit you do to your own account, that will determine the threshold that you're going to enjoy. So I had a question about this, and I thought it was a good question, but Brian Benson didn't. I said, if you're paying out all this money, how does the company make its money? Like these are pretty good percentages. He said, well, the answer to your question is in front of your eyes. It's on the screen, and I just couldn't figure that out. I was looking everywhere. What do you mean it's on the screen? Where? So he pointed out that if the average is 17.5% a month, and those customers that are getting, say, 10% a month, the company keep that difference. They get what's known as the spread. You're getting 10%, let's say, they're getting 7% on your account. For those customers that enjoy 11% rewards, while the company's getting 6% in profits. For those that get 12%, they're getting 5%, 13%, you're getting 4%, etc. So then he said a great question to me. He says, where do you think the majority of our customers will be? Do you think there'll be customers starting from $100 up to $499? Or do you think the majority of our customers will be starting at $5,000 and up? And I looked at the screen and I went, probably think that most of the customers were going to start with the bottom side, like $100 all the way up to $499. I guess that one. He says, we agree. We're expecting that ourselves. He says, and if that is the case, that's where we make our most money, because the bigger customers that can afford to put in larger sums, I mean, they're getting better rates. They're getting close to our margin, but the bulk of the customer base, that's where we're going to make our money. So he was quite open about that. He also said this $20 that we take subscription on every client, if we put on 1 million customers, that's $20 million for the company. That helps with customer support, product development, paying for the offices, the staff, the server fees. He says it means our company's robust. We don't need to lean on trading profits to run the company. The subscription does that in itself. And if we put on 10 million customers, which we intend to do, you realize how much money that is. So I was kind of happy to hear that, because we all are looking for a company that's the potential to hang around. We don't want one of these companies that's here and gone. We want a strong company. I felt his answers satisfied me. Certainly, of course, it's up to you. What you feel about that, but I thought that was a good answer. So what I would like to do now is to show you an example of an account. Now, of course, past performance does not guarantee any future results, but what I'd like to show you, this is a customer account. It's not provided by the company. I was able to grab this account and take a look at it. The account was funded on the 17th of April this year, and it was funded with just $500. And this image that we're looking at on the screen was taken on the 17th of September, not so long ago. So if we take from the 17th of April to the 17th of September, we're talking about 5 months. And the account managed to grow to 882. So if 500 was deposited and it's sitting at 882, the profit is 382. I keep telling people this story. I had a friend that had come around, and I said, hey, have a look at this. And I was showing him it. And he said, well, how much is the profit? I said, it's 382. He says, how long has that account been trading for? I said, well, 5 months. He says, well, why are you getting excited about $382? That's no good for 5 months. And I thought about it. I went, well, yes, but it's not much money, is it? And then I calculated exactly what it really meant. And what it really means is to work out the percentage profit. You take the profit piece, which is 382, and you set it over the 500, which was the deposit. So you put your profit, you divide it by what you deposited, which was the 500. You multiply it by 100%, and that tells you the percentage gain. And you can see that this account had made 76%. So I said to my friend, I said, listen, if you had bought a property on the 17th of April this year for $100,000, And if you had sold it on the 17th of September for 176,400, 76.4% gain, would that be good business? You bought it for 100,000, you sold it 5 months later, this property for 176,400. Is that good business? And he changed his mind. He looked at me and said, yes, that's very good. And of course it is, because if you're getting involved in real estate, you ask any expert, like, you're probably very lucky to double your money in 7 to 10 years, to double the value of a home or of a piece of real estate. If you were to get involved in gold, another great asset, gold bullion, 24 karat, 999. If you bought a bar of gold, whether it's a gram or an ounce or a kilogram, it would take about 10 years for the value of that gold to double in its price. 10 years. But here, just $500, didn't double, but it went 76%. It went 3/4 of the way to double it just 5 months. So he now kind of respects the account. He opened an account himself and he's testing it now. So that's a small account I just wanted to share with you guys so you get a feel for the potential of this. But again, I'm not giving you any financial advice here. I think it's really good, but entirely up to yourself if you'd like to try it. Lots of people are enjoying these products. We then have a larger type account to share with you. And this account was funded a week before that one. So if we go back there, remember that one was started on the 17th of April. Well, if you look at this next account, you can see that it was started on the 10th of April, a week before that. And the deposit here was $10,000. So it's a bigger type customer. The $10,000, and then we look on the right-hand side of the screen on the bottom. I like to be as very transparent as I can. On the 16th of May, this snapshot from this account was taken. 10th of April, 16th of May is a period of 5 weeks. Well, it's 1 day less, but let's call it 5 weeks. The account has gone from 10,000 to 12,360. Now, the profit margin is only 2,360. Well, that's very good because when you calculate that, it's 23% in just 5 weeks. By the time the 24th of June came around, this $10,000 account was sitting up at 15,500 in 10 short weeks. And after 3 months, on the 10th of July, the same account, which was $10,000, is now sitting at $17,000, 17.5 almost. That's 74%. Now, I want you to think back to the last account. The $500 account made 76.4% in 5 months. Do you remember? The $500 account made 76% in 5 months. This account is different. Look, it's made 74% in 3 months. What do you think the difference is? Number one, the larger balance is attracting a better reward. Okay? I don't want this gets 15, 16, 17, 18, 19%. No, can't get any more than 15, I suppose. But the reinvestment button has been engaged here. When you open an account with these guys, they don't touch this button. It's up to you if you want to put this on. When the reinvest button is not turned on, every profit you get goes to your wallet and you can withdraw that any day you wish or every day you wish. The withdrawal fees is 1% plus $1. So if you need cash flow, if you have bills to pay and you need money coming at you, then you don't press this button. You just take your money out every day, 1% plus $1 for withdrawing. But this customer has opted to turn the reinvestment button on. And what that means is instead of the money coming out of your wallet, it goes to the exchange. It goes over to Binance or it goes over to Kraken or OKX or wherever they're trading. They trade not just in one place. They use all of the top exchanges where there's lots of liquidity to run these bots. And what happens is your profit will go over to the master account and start trading over there. So in fact, your principal and profit are working together. It has what's known as this compounding effect. And that's why this account has done exceptionally well. And again, if we take another look at it on the 10th of August, we're looking at 16 weeks. That's 4 months. This account from $10,000 is now sitting at $20,000. So very good returns, very good results here, very good rewards. And the good thing is you don't have to trade yourself. You don't even have to look at this. You can log in and log out whenever you want. You can turn off the reinvest button and take your money out and withdraw it. And they have a number of other bots as well. This is just one of them. It's called the EXI bot. It does the best, I must say, because It's been around for a couple of years now. It's got most trading data. It's more reliable. It's had a lot of experience because this AI is what's known as machine learning. It learns by its mistakes. It learns by situations. It learns by alterations in the market. And the longer it's trading, the more information it has to make come up with good decisions, to come up with good consensus, whether to trade or not enter the market. This next bot I'm going to talk about very briefly is a sister to this bot, but it's not been operating for very long. This one only started at the end of March. Its results just aren't as good as that one, but nonetheless, there is a reason to try this bot as well, because this bot, you can remove your profits and principal anytime you wish. So I think it's very good for customers that might have, well, let's say, Christmas is coming up, but let's say you had a project coming up in 3 months and you needed the money then. Well, then this is probably the bot to try it in, because you can take the money out at any time here, the profit and the principal. And there only is one rule, by the way, that you cannot trade any more inside the Pro bot than what you might already have in the EXI bot. I'll give you an example. Let's say you put 300 in the EXI bot and you wanted to put 1,000 into this one. You can't. You can't put any more than 300 in it, because you can't put any more than what you already have in that one. So there is a trade-off there, but like anybody will tell you, a balanced portfolio, a bot for this reason, a bot for that reason. Maybe you want one to help with your retirement, one is to pay the mortgage, one is for the grandchildren, one is to pay one pays out all the time to pay the groceries. It has cash flow. So there's different reasons to have different bots operating. My assumption, I suppose, is try the first one for a week or two, get familiar with it, watch it growing, do a withdrawal, see it all working, and then say, you know what, next week I'm going to try this one, and slowly test them, and you learn for yourself, what you prefer, what's better for your particular situation. That's why we say go and get some financial advice from somebody that can help you in that respect. I have no experience in that. I'm not here. I'm only here to share the information and my own personal opinions about this. The next spot we want to talk about is called the Zeus spot. Now, this is very clever. I really like this guy. And both these two on the right-hand side, in the yellow rectangle and the blue rectangle, these are on Telegram, whereas this one's on the platform itself. And over in Telegram, that's known as a decentralized communication channel. And over there, you can log into Telegram. I'll actually show you how you do it. You go to Telegram, you search for Aurum Neobank. Neobank means new bank. It's the new way of banking. It's the new digital bank. I mean, these guys are going to be doing loans in the future, I heard. They've got this Visa card operating. They've got these trading bots. They're going to open an exchange. They're going to have the Aurum token like the BNB for finance. Do you know that BNB token started at 8 cents just 8 years ago? 8 cents it launched. You know, it's over $1,000 now. And Brian wants to do something like that with the Aurum token. And that's going to happen at the time the exchange launches. That's in the future. But I can see where he's going with this. He talks about an ecosystem where you have different things functioning, and that's what he's building right now. But when you go to Telegram, you search for Aurum Neobank, you click open the application, you log in with the same credentials you have for your own account. You can get your card here. If you want to order one of these cards, you can do that on Telegram. But I want to talk about these Zeus spots. Now, there are 5 trading pairs. So the Bitcoin bot only operates USDT versus Bitcoin. The other bot I already spoke about is multi-trading many tokens, many pairs, but this one is specifically Bitcoin only. They also have a Ethereum only bot. They also have a BNB. So if any of you have any of these coins or tokens sitting on an exchange doing nothing, maybe just lying there for a year or two, not much happening, you could maybe potentially think of trying this bot, because you can grow your Bitcoin, you can grow your Ethereum, you can grow your Pepe, you can trade it over here. And again, it's automatic trading. You have no trading to do. The only thing about this one, the compounding effect is a manual process, whereas the other was automatic. When you engage that reactivation button, that reinvestment button here, it's a manual process. But this is very good. So we're going to look at the Bitcoin bot here. We'll give you just a summary of it. You can see it had been trading for 14 hours and 59 minutes. It had received 0.000559. That was the profit it earned. And that was trading on 0.81 of a Bitcoin. Now, I know that this account was funded on the 31st of May with 0.7 of a Bitcoin. And many people on this call with you tonight have watched this account from, it was way back in those days, and it grew from 0.7 to 0.72, 0.76, 0.79. It went up to 0.8. You can see it here now at 0.81, but it didn't stop there. It went to 0.82. Then we missed getting it at 0.83. It jumped past that and went to 0.84 of a Bitcoin. And then it went up to 0.85, 86, 87, 88, 89, all the way up to 0.9 of a Bitcoin. And again, a lot of people on the call tonight saw it when it was 0.9, but then it went 0.91, 0.92, 0.93. And ladies and gentlemen, just yesterday, this account has reached 0.94. Now, for those of you who aren't into crypto and you don't know the price of Bitcoin, let me help you out here. This account was funded on the 31st of May with 0.7 of a Bitcoin. So the profit portion is earned is only 0.24. 0.7 and 0.24 is 0.94. So let's see what that's worth. Can you tell me, please, what is 0.24 Bitcoin worth in US dollars, please?
Do you want me to use ChatGPT to answer that?
Well, I thought you could have answered it without going to ChatGPT, but go ahead. Here we go. 26,000. What is that? 26,346. So this account has made the customer $26,000 without knowing how to trade, without one single customer, without attending a Zoom. This is your money working for you, rather you get up tomorrow morning when I work for your money. When you can find a system that makes your money grow or work for you, rather than you work for your money, that's really how the wealthy get wealthy. We may have found it here, ladies and gentlemen. So that account alone has made $26,000. Now, probably if you check the annual national wage in the United Kingdom for a whole year, it's probably $26,000. This account started on the 31st of May, June, July, August. Funny enough, for the end of September, 4 months. Imagine getting a year's money in 4 months with your arms folded, without having to get up in the morning and go to work. Imagine making money when you're having your lunch, making money when you're sleeping, making money when you're traveling. Yeah, that's the potential of these bots. Now, you can also make Bitcoin here without having any Bitcoin. How does that sound to you? I'll say it again. You can also get Bitcoin here without putting any Bitcoin into this. You can also get Ethereum, BNB, and any of those tokens without even having any in the first instance. I'm going to tell you how that works. I started receiving this thing called Pepe. I didn't know what Pepe was. But every day this Pepe was coming, Pepe, Pepe. I asked a friend, what's this Pepe thing? He said, well, this is very good. Actually, it's a meme token. Why are you asking? I said, oh, I'm receiving Pepe every day. He said, how do you receive it? I said, I don't know. It just comes into my account every day. So I realized that you can qualify for a 5% match on any of your customers to infinity levels deep that are trading Pepe or Bitcoin. So even if you didn't have any yourself, but one of your customers did it, you can get paid and you can start growing Bitcoin and Ethereum. Really, really good system, guys. So, but anyway, I just want to tell you a little bit about that one. I like this one. It tells you the opening price of the trade, closing price of the trade, profit and loss, the spread, and you also get a hyperlink that pulls you over to Binance. You know, when you click on it, it takes you to Bitcoin versus the dollar trading platform, or well, maybe yours is not Binance because they trade in different places, but it could have been OKX or KuCoin. I've seen it. I've seen that link taken to different platforms. So really, really, really good. So that's just another product that they have. Some customers are putting in a full Bitcoin. That one we looked at only put in 0.7 of one Bitcoin. And it just shows you guys, the big guys are playing here too. There's a customer put in 2.75 Bitcoin to that two spot. That's over $300,000. Well, it's actually worth more now because it's sitting at 0.81 Bitcoin. They're growing their Bitcoin there as well. The last product I want to talk about tonight before we finish up is this Visa card. Very chuffed about this myself. I think it's a great product. They do have a MasterCard version. This one in particular that I'm holding requires no KYC. Now, KYC means know your client, and here it's not required. We don't need a passport, utility bill, driver's license, not required. You can have this card, and we don't even put your name on it. But you can load up this card with USDT. So let's say it's some USDT on Binance or Token Pocket or MetaMask or Trust Wallet. You can just import that USDT to your Aurum account. You don't have to trade it. You just send it right up onto your card and go spend it. And this saves you running around looking for exchangers, looking for somebody to cash out your crypto to get some money. Now, just pop it on the card. This is really good. If you do go over 100,000 in a month, then you must KYC. And the company's also creating another version of this that does require KYC, so customers will have options. It's also linked to your Google Pay or your Apple Pay, so you can go around tapping the phone. You don't need the plastic card. The loading fees are very, very low. And there's actually a business in this card itself, and I'd prefer to talk to you about that at my training, where I can go in more depth. The purpose of tonight is I've been asked to just give an overview on a little bit about the company and what we know there, to give a little bit of flavor and talk about the products and what we know there. And then at the end, for those that like to stay on, we can show you how the affiliate program works if you're interested in that. Of course, there's no obligation to do that at all, but that was my job tonight, just to share my own thoughts, my own feelings, just a little bit of education. That's what we're here for. We're not here to be selling you anything. Now, we've also learned that as they develop this product, they're going to start introducing cashback opportunities as well. So imagine you went shopping and you were able to get a percentage back, up to 10% on some products. That goes back onto your card. So that's a nice little feature that's coming up. And the next thing they're also going to do is engage a loyalty program. The more you use it, the more benefit you get. And you'll be able to, for instance, I don't take this for until it's announced, but maybe if you went to the airport and you had a couple of hours to wait on your flight, maybe having a card like this would have membership benefits. We go to the to the VIP lounge and take a rest and have something to eat before your flight. So things like that put loyalty into this is being developed as well. So Brian Benson is very well connected. He tells me there's about 6 companies knocking down his door to provide these services for him. He's engaging a couple of them, and I'm very happy about this one. I really like it.
Aurum Neobank is a next-generation financial ecosystem with a fully integrated cycle. Top up your balance, earn through the trading bot, spend with your card, and restart the loop. Choose from 4 card tiers: Nova, Imperium, World Elite, and Infinity. Each unlocks access to cryptocurrency payments, low fees, and premium rewards. No verification required. Minimal fees. Physical card included. Higher transaction limits. Take control of your finances and grow your wealth with Aurum Neobank.
I want to say it again. I even like the music. Because I like the product, I like that music. Now, there's going to be 4 cards actually available. At the moment, we're only launching out the top card that we have, the Infinity card, but these cards will be available from as little as $33 with no monthly fees, which is great. $66, $99. They'll all have different benefits, different limits and stuff. But let's just talk about the big guy. Everybody likes the best product, don't you? You like the best car, you like the best house in the neighborhood. Well, why not have the best card? $249 is the cost with no monthly fees. But $150 from that $249 stays with the network. And that's quite interesting. So it's the biggest commission, the lowest fees, the highest limit, $100,000 a month, no KYC. Lots of people are queuing up for this card. So again, I want to cover more about this, I suppose, on my training. But how would you like to get paid when your next door neighbor filled their car up with fuel? How would you like to get paid when your best friend goes for a coffee tomorrow morning? How would you like to get paid when an uncle of yours uses his card to withdraw cash from the ATM? How would you like when a work colleague of yours goes and orders their holidays for next season and pays with a card? How would you like to get paid? Multiple generations of customers, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 customers, every time they use the card. Well, that is a possibility. Depending on the rank that you reach, this is a very, very lucrative program. I'm not really going to cover it on this presentation, but just to say that when someone orders a card, dependent on your rank, you get these percentages. You get 35% of the card loading fee, and you get 35% of the card issuing fee. So if you're rank 1 and somebody takes a card, you get 35% of $150, and you get 35% of the 2.2% loading fee every time they top it up. If you're rank 7, for instance, you get 76% of the issuing. That's the $150. So out of the $150 bonus, you take 100 of it. In other words, if you were rank 7 and you give away 10 cards a day, you're making $1,000 a day just giving out this card. But you also get paid 76% every time your customers load it. You get 76% of the loading fee. Incredible. And if one of your customers is rank 1 and you're rank 7, you get the difference. They're getting 35, you're getting 76. In fact, you get 41% of the cards your customers give out. So great opportunity there. But let me show the new people tonight the card operating. These are the first 2 transactions ever conducted in the UK. Have a look at this guy.
Right, here we go. First transaction in the UK for the Aurum card. Let's see this working. Authorized. Happy days.
There you go. And anyone down
Second official transaction.
the grocery store,
Lovely. Thank you, Mina.
imagine spending USDT cryptocurrency anywhere where Visa and MasterCards are accepted. Incredible product. So that is our presentation over tonight, folks. We want to thank you all for attending. We had a great audience tonight. I highly recommend you do get back to the person that was kind enough to share their link with you. Get your very valid questions answered. Get your due diligence done, and why not come on and try it? Why not try the bot? You know, if you can get funded tonight, guess what? You could be having your first profits tomorrow. If you want to think about it overnight, that's also fine. But you're not going to get any profit tomorrow. You might have to wait to the next day. So that's that. We do have an affiliate program as well. I know not everybody's into affiliate programs, but for those of you who'd like to stay on, just for a glimpse, I like to share a very, very exciting affiliate program. Affiliate programs today, ladies and gentlemen, are very, very popular. I would say most of the big brands you already know have an affiliate program, and you don't even know it. I was surprised. There's a big grocery store, multinational company called Tesco in the UK. I believe they're in Ireland, and I believe they're in Slovenia and some other countries in Europe. They're not everywhere, but they're a big giant. And if you go to the bottom of Tesco.com's website, there's an affiliate link there. And if you promote Tesco products, Tesco give you rewards. Apple have the exact same thing. Go to Apple's website after this call, go to the bottom, click affiliate program. If you promote Apple products because you like Apple products, Apple give you rewards. Well, Aurum have decided to go this route as well. Why? Because you cannot explain what I've just explained in a 30-second TV commercial. It'd be a waste of money on the television to try and explain this, because what could you do in 30 seconds? So they don't pay Google for Google ads or Facebook for Facebook marketing. They don't pay the radio. They don't pay, guess what they do? They pay their happy customers for referrals. That's how it works. It's a very, very simple system. And it doesn't cost anything. It's not going to cost you anything. We do give you a referral link when you open your account. It's up to you whether you want to use that or otherwise. When you do start, you're known as Nova. Nova means new. You'd be the new star in our business, just the way the Nova Star is the new star in the sky. By bringing on a customer or sharing this idea with them, you would be entitled to 3% of their deposit. So if they put in $100, you're going to get a thank you bonus. Hey, thanks, we've got a new customer. We appreciate that. There's 3%. That's how it works. If they put in $1,000, you get 3%. You put in $10,000, you get 3%. It's just, hey, thanks for spreading the word. Thanks for recommending our product. We appreciate that. We didn't have to pay television. We didn't have to pay radio. We're paying you. Thank you very much. Now, there is a condition. That condition is you must have $100 in your own account. That's it. Anybody can start anywhere with just $100. Of course, people would prefer to get a pay rise, because we all like pay rises, don't we? And the first pay rise would come when you reach the rank of Voyager. Now, we've lots of Voyagers on tonight's call. Congratulations to all you guys. To reach the rank of Voyager, you require $7,500 in total trading in all of your customers and theirs and theirs and theirs. So no matter how many customers you have with you, 1, 9, 15, or 5,000, as soon as the total spend in that EXI bot, that first bot we showed you, is $7,500 of trading volume, you reach Voyager. And three things happen here. The first thing is you get promoted, you get 5% on deposits. Not 3 like you used to do, you've got a pay rise. If one of your customers happens to refer somebody, you get 2%. Why? Well, because they're getting the 3% you used to get. You get an override. You get the difference between what they get and what you get. You get 2% on them, but you get 5% on all your own customers. And this goes on infinity levels deep. Let's say I was your customer and you got 5% on my account, and I tell Tom, I get 3% on Tom's account, you get 2. Now, let's say Tom tells his sister, Tom gets 3% and you get 2. Let's say Tom's sister tells a friend at work, Diane. Tom's sister gets 3%, you get 2 on Diane, on infinity level Steve. You also get 5% every day on the profits generated by your customers. And this is how I was getting this Peppy thing. I started receiving this Peppy not knowing how, because I didn't realize it was coming from here. When you hit this first rank, you get a 5% matching bonus of Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, USDT, and the Pro bot, Peppy, those 6 trading bots. If there's customers doing that, you're getting a matching bonus on that every single day. And guess what else you get? You get your money back. Let's say you started with $100, they give you a cash bonus of 100 back. No risk once you reach that first rank. What can you do with 100? Put it on the card. Go buy yourself something nice. What else can you do with 100? Withdraw to any wallet of your choice. What else can you do with 100? You actually top up your own account and make the 100 make you more money. So there's lots of things you can do with that. But to get out of risk, one rank, it's fantastic, guys. Of course, if you want to go to the next rank, you need $25,000 in total team trading. Not just your customers, but theirs and theirs and theirs. Doesn't matter how many you have. And you hit the Vanguard rank. That gives you 7% on your own deposits. It gives you now 4% to infinity on Novas. It gives you 2% on Voyagers, and you get a $500 cash bonus. Even your profit on profit is increased from 5 to 7.5. So with every rank advancement, you are getting an improved commission and improved rewards. And of course, it's just more of the same. It just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of effort to start growing and growing and growing. And we have Vanguards on this call. We have Vanguard Pros on the call who get $1,000. The Nexus is on this call, get $2,000 bonus, $5,000 bonus. I see with plenty of Oracles on tonight. Primes get $10,000 bonus if you hit the rank of Prime. And that's just the first 7. I said there were 15. Let's show you the next batch. For those who can reach the elite level, there's a $20,000 bonus. For those that hit Magnet, and we've 2 on this call tonight, they got a $50,000 bonus. And for those that hit Mythos, and you might be talking to one before midnight tonight. No, you'll be listening to one now. I'm just about to hit this bonus. I think I have about $21,000 to do to complete this. So let's hope I get this done by midnight, because that would be a very nice birthday present, $100,000 bonus. Now you did hear that. Brian Benson said he wanted to create 1,000 millionaires. Well, how far off Dominion would you be at Magnet or Mythos? 2 ranks off it, or Magnet 3 ranks off it? You get a $500,000 bonus for hitting Dominion, plus 150 for Legend. That's 650. Plus the 100 is 750, and a 50 more is 8, and the 20 is $820,000. Plus that first page we covered, plus the direct deposit bonuses, plus the matching bonuses, plus the shareholder bonus that I didn't talk about. I have no doubt that anyone that reaches the Dominion level, you're a millionaire. Can it be done inside 12 months? I think so.
All right, Vince. Looks like we got disconnected. Are you hearing?
I've been listening, but I've been kind of busy in the background.
Right now, I
You know,
just
the entire
muted.
time.
Are you still with me?
Is Camel there? Camel? Well, someone left. I can't even move. Well,
All right, welcome back to the wrap. We are here wrapping this up because I had a disconnection, and this can happen in basically this type of technology. However, if you have the patience to to investigate, to learn, you can learn all of this. So we're conducting 3 o'clock, and on this showroom right here, we're open at 2:45 every day from Monday to Thursday plus Sunday. On Saturday, I have a special show right here for all of my friends and family in multiple languages starting this coming Saturday. So if you get this message, please book off 3 p.m. on Monday to Thursday, weekdays, and then Saturdays at 10 a.m. Toronto local time, wherever you might be, will join you that time. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Reach out for your code and get started today.